Welcome back to Slot Car Fun. We're at the studio today, and I'm on this track, which I don't think on Slot Car Fun I actually talked about yet. This track was given to me by Vern Morseman, owner of Ventura Hobbies in Ventura, very close to where the studio is, in fact, 15 minutes away. And one day he called me and he said that someone had come into the store and they had a bunch of slot car parts and cars and track that they wanted to get rid of. Evidently it was their husband's and he passed away and he had all this stuff. So I went over to Vern's and got this box, and there's actually several boxes. In those boxes were all kinds of cars, rust kits, Revell, all kinds of amazing stuff from my era in the 60s when I started slot car racing with my dad. My dad was also a slot car racer, and he also was a full-size driver, and so it kind of is in the blood. Our love for sports cars and racing in Indianapolis and all the above. It was amazing when I went to the box and I found this Revell track. It was very similar. In fact, it might have been the same one as I had at home in the 60s. And my dad got it for me and I made it into a dirt track. I did the same thing with this old track. This old track, God, it must have been from 1964, so that's pretty old. I looked at it, it was really corroded and nasty and rusted, but I cleaned it all up and I put it together. And then the next thing I did was I got out the transformer, original transformer, plugged it in, and it still worked. Then, this was one of the cars that was in there, and it's a Cheetah from 1964 or so. I mean, amazing, with a brass frame and everything. And I put it, I almost dropped it on the floor after all these years. I put it on the track, and this is what happened. It's 55 years old or more, and it still runs. And the track still works. It's incredible. Anyway, I could do this all day. There's something fun about it. I also found, in with the parts, an Eldon car. In fact, there were several Eldons in there. Frames, motors, everything. And so I took, so what I did is I went online and I found all kinds of bodies from that era that people had remolded and re-vacuformed. And so I got, here it is, one of these to fit the Eldon frame, and I'll bring it a little closer so you can see it, and started building it. I'm still not done with it, but I got some new tires for it and some new rims. Don't you love these pit boxes? These are the best. This is what our group uses for pit box, and it's got a piece of test track in there, run them and true the tires and all that kind of stuff. So, so I put this car on the track and ran this one, and it's a lot of fun. Both these controllers work. This really gets up and goes. If I put it on the inside track, I can really do that slide, and I can crash. So, gotta be able to crash. So we're gonna run this on the inside track and get some scale and fishtailing, I hope. These tires are filthy, I need to clean them. It's a little more than I wanted. All right, so I don't goose it that heavily. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, this track runs great. I mean, it's really old. The cars are old. You can see the Eldon frame. It's amazing. It's really, really cool. I've been having the most fun with this old track and having it here at the studio because I have the good track at home or the better track at home, the Scalextric. But I've been slowly working on this one and putting stickers on it and things and dirtying it up and putting some turf on it and everything, and it's really a lot of fun. And here is the Cooper T51 from 1959 that I'm working on. And this car, I'm waiting for the rims that John Warren made for me, hand turned on the lathe, the correct size rims. He also made the right size tires, and he made me the mini light, the correct ones, not just any mini light, but the actual mini lights that this car ran, and those are inbound from New Zealand. I still have a lot of parts to make for this. Actually, most of the molds are all done. The one thing that's holding me up now are the gas caps. I made some, they're not quite right, so I'm going to redo it. And also I have one of Mark Tyler's drivers in there, which fits rather well, so that's really cool. That's it for Slot Car Fun this Sunday. There is one thing. You know that Dave Kennedy has been wearing those really cool shirts, and they come from blipshift.com. You can see the link right there. Blipshift is a gearhead t-shirt maker, and they make really fine art t-shirts there. You can see some of the images of what they do going by as I speak. And I have bought many of these shirts, and I have been submitting my own artwork to them, which they have rejected twice now. The third time, they liked what I was going to do. And so it looks like we're going to do my first t-shirt with them, and it's going to be on this car right here, my Z31 Fair Lady. So I've already started the artwork. They told me they want to see it when it's done, and there's a really good chance that they're going to print that. So if you're watching this, Dave, you might be getting a Z31 t-shirt up the road. We'll see. But I'm really excited about that because I love doing art, and the fact that I can get art on a t-shirt and that people can collect it and enjoy it is a big thrill. Yes, I'll make some money, but the thrill is really just people having work that you've done and enjoying it. And that's what this is all about, Slot Car Fun. I have done some Slot Car t-shirts. They have rejected. I'm going to keep doing them until they pick one. Eventually, hopefully they will. In the meantime, I've got some posters that are going to go on the website pretty soon that are Slot Car oriented. So that's it for this Sunday. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you again next week.